Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host, Mike. Thanks for returning. Thanks for coming back, checking out my little old channel I got here. Today I wanted to continue my, I guess you could say, a sub-series of episodes where I talk about movies, actors, genres of movies that normally you may not look for when you're out there watching movies, adding to your collection, all that stuff. So basically something you would probably just pass by if you came across it. But I thought I would spotlight a few things that may get you into a different genre of movie, a different genre, actors, or different things like that. Today I wanted to talk about a couple of movies by Fritz Lang, famous for his movie for Metropolis. Fritz Lang, famous German director, part of the German Expressionist movement, came over here in the 30s to Hollywood and restarted his career and had a great success with it and made some really good movies in the process. But I want to spotlight a couple of movies that he did before he left Germany, and these movies may get you into A, foreign movies, and B, silent movies. These are some really good silent movies that he made after Metropolis. Now, these were some of his very last silent movies, and these movies are just so much fun, man. I mean, they are just boom, boom, boom. They're not slow for a moment. They're very, very cool. So it may get you into silent movies, and it may even get you into foreign movies, such as German movies and stuff like that. So it's basically me saying, hey, give these movies a try because I really dig them. So let's get right to it. Now, this is a movie that was released through Eureka Masters of Cinema, great British label, boutique label that released some really good stuff. It's available in different labels out there and everything, but I came across the this edition, the Eureka copy, and I thought it was really good. It's got a great big booklet in there. It's loaded with some extras on there and stuff. It's got a really cool documentary talking about it. About what he was doing, but I think this was his last silent movie that he did before he came to America. This is a movie called Frau im Mond. Hold it over here, Frau im Mond, which basically means woman in the moon. And what's cool about this is it's an early sci-fi movie. It's a sci-fi movie. It's got some effects. It's got some cool stuff to it. So basically, this tells a tale of a man and an older scientist who's developing this rocket to be used on making their first mission to the moon and stuff. So a group of scientists are coming up with this. There's a bad guy who wants to steal the plan so he can create his own rocket to get to the moon first, and everything. So I'll never explain this good enough to where you're just on the edge of your seat to get this. But I do want you guys, if you're really interested, to search this out, do some research and everything, because I'll never explain it that great. But really what you got here is, before anybody even made it to the moon, this is 1929. And by the way, this is a beautiful print of this. This is a beautiful black and white film. And it talks about this group of people going to the moon. It's got these special effects with the rocket. They even try to purvey weightlessness and everything. So you're thinking about this is 1929. And it's like, how much do we really know about traveling to space at this point? You know what I mean? So they hit on a bunch of stuff that would really come true in space exploration. But it's really cool. There's some really cool scenes with them in the rocket. It's funny because it's like a man, a woman. I think there's two guys and a woman go, and even like a dog, I think. So it's kind of funny how it's funny, and it's really kind of cool how they do it. Beautiful film. It's action packed. It's kind of got a little bit of it's got action, suspense. It's got the science fiction angle with the rocket and the moon. Once they get to the moon, and everything, and you know, it's a movie that it is 169 minutes, which is, yeah, that's kind of long. It's close to what, 3 hours, but it's actually not that. It's not boring for a moment. It's really, you really don't think it's that long because you're into the story, you're watching it. It's really good, guys. So this is just me saying, hey, check this out. But just in case, you know, the running time and stuff like that intimidates you, and you're like, man, maybe I won't try that for the first one. I got a backup one by Fritz Lang that I wanted to show off. Now, this is a movie called Spies, and it's from 1928, the previous year. Now, this movie is really action-packed. It's very action-packed. This is, again, a Eureka Masters of Cinema edition. Really good. It's got, you know, bonus stuff. It's got, you know, all kinds of stuff. Really great-looking print on this. And I picked Spies because I think it moves really fast. Another movie that's really cool that Eureka released, and also I think the Criterion Collection released on around the same time as the Testament of Dr. Mabuse, which is from I think it's also from 28, and it's really entertaining. I mean, it's a great movie. Dr. Mabuse. I'm trying to think, was it from 28? Was it silent? Anyways, I'm confusing you guys. But anyways, Spies is a really good movie. I kind of put those three together, or I always put Spies and Dr. Mabuse, the Testament. I put those together because they were close. They were made close together. Really good. This is before he made M, his first sound movie in 1931, which was a big hit. A lot of people has probably heard of M and probably even watched it. But see, M and like Metropolis are his two most famous movies. And more or less, you've probably seen one of the two. But these are some movies made just before that really don't get talked about enough, in my opinion. But Spies is really good. This is like James Bond. This is intrigue. This is it's got like a lady spy, you know. It's got some great action sequences, some really great camera movement, scenes with the camera attached to cars moving fast, and just some really cool, innovative stuff going on in it. So Spies is a really cool addition. It's got a really neat 71-minute documentary on there. It's got a 52-page booklet on that and stuff. So if you can find this for a decent price, I'd say take a chance, watch it. You may really enjoy it. Before I got that edition, I had the old Kino DVD edition of Spies, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I had this for years before I got the Blu-ray, because it was a it's a region locked one. So I got that later on after I got my region free player and everything. But yeah, it's 143 minutes. It came out in 1928. It's super cool. This is the Kino DVD. You could probably definitely find this really cheap. And it's a good print. It's a good print. It's got a good musical score. But I prefer the Blu-ray now that I have it. Just a beautiful black and white movie and stuff. And it may get you into silent movie because just the way it moves, and it's not boring. It's not melodramatic. There's not actors hamming it up in front of the scene, the screen. I mean, it's just boom, boom, boom. You can't really imagine it being silent. It almost looks like it's something from 1935 or something, but Spies, definitely a movie I recommend. Hang on just for a second, guys. I can't resist. I've got to recommend also the Testament of Dr. Mabuse. Came out in 33. I'm sorry, I said 28. It's 33. It's a sound film. It's really cool. He made this after M. Doesn't really get talked about a lot. There was a trilogy of Dr. Mabuse films that he did. 1922, he made an epic. I think it's like close to 4 hours. The Testament of Dr. Mabuse, or something Dr. Mabuse, which has got a really great Eureka Blu-ray release of that too. But this one I really like. This was my first region locked Blu-rays I ever bought. It was also my first Eureka Masters of Cinema title that I ever bought too. But Dr. Mabuse, I've watched this so many times. Oh man, it's just such a cool movie. This has also got a 52-page booklet. It's got a feature-length audio commentary, and it's 122 minutes, so it's 2 hours long. I'm gonna read a little bit about this one. Fritz Lang's thrilling, supreme masterpiece, ranked as one of the 250 greatest films of all time in the once every 10-year 2012 Sight and Sound poll of 146 voters. So they thought this was up there, guys. So yeah, this is the second. The first one was Dr. Mabuse, The Gambler, which is that one I was talking about. But this is really good. So I've given you three Fritz Lang silent early sound releases to kind of dip your feet into and kind of try something new. I don't know what my cat's doing. Try something new, because this one would be considered a German movie. It's got the subtitles. It's sound really good. I mean, if you've seen M and you can hang with subtitles and stuff like that, then you can surely hang with this. This is really, really good. The Testament of Dr. Mabuse, 1933. Eureka Masters of Cinema. And then the other two Eureka Fritz Lang titles, Spies, and then Woman in the Moon. So, I mean, I would even recommend The Testament of Dr. Mabuse over The Woman in the Moon even. But all three of them are really good movies, man. I come back to these a lot. I watch these editions a lot. I really enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. So there you go, guys. I just thought I would give you guys some interesting, different movies that you might want to try out. That maybe if you're not a fan of silent movies, if you're not a fan of foreign language movies, try those out. Because if you're also a classic film fan and and you've never heard of these, try them out. They're really good movies, very good additions. If you got an all-region player, or you got a region-locked player, get them, because they are Region B. But there's other versions of those available, I think, in all regions. Kino has put out a bunch of releases of those also. So there you go, guys. I hope I didn't bore you too much. It's just food for thought. If you're out there looking for something, you want something different, you want to try a silent movie, you've never watched one, or you want to try something that's got some, got some flair to it, some action-packed, suspense, and moves. All three movies move at a good pace. Of course, Woman in the Moon is a longer movie that you got to contend with, but the other two move lightning fast and very entertaining. So there you go, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this ideal, what you think about Fritz Lang and some of his earlier movies. Also, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode, you like this ideal. And also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. I've got all kinds of different episodes to watch and enjoy. So guys, until next time, try something new. Try a new movie genre tonight. I think you'll enjoy it. Until next time, guys, I'm Mike. Thanks for watching, and you guys be careful out there.